true fear of death, for the Maker shall be her bacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant.
Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. We are gonna go into the tavern. See what's going on in here. Oh, another codex.
All the news is troubling these days. When will the war end?
This is where the nobility comes to get drunk and decide who is the most self-important of them all. Good times.
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste. Busy day today.
Okay, well you guys got a lot of nothing to say.
What can I get you, stranger?
Anyone need help? Maybe with something not strictly legal? Have you heard any rumors? Let me see what you have. Nothing, thanks. Have you heard any rumors?
I'm hearing many tales of corpses clawing out of their graves. All over. Not just people either. Animals too. Just yesterday, a farmer told me about the kitten his daughter had buried behind his barn. Little thing came back to life and crawled up, mewling as loud as you please. His daughter was delighted, at least until it just about chewed her finger off. Strange days, I tell you. Anything else you need?
Did you hear any other rumors?
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Okay.
What can I get you, stranger?
Anyone need help? He glances around her prying eyes, then produces a few notes on behalf of an interested party. R has a small request. It's always useful to be a big name in your pocket, and there's nothing better than snagging them with their knickers down. If in travels wide someone were to come across the notes between illicit lovers, I have certain specialties who can make the most of the text. Deliver to the bartender in an investment towards the manipulation will pay handsomely. Sure. Solving problems. Do you require swift actions? I have trouble. A few of my more extendable young aristocrats got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say, a little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but if word of this got out, there will be consequences. My men are under close watch, so I would be grateful for someone willing to take care of this. Sure. Negotiation needs. Kay requests the following. The trouble of the new blood seems to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and certain people have had me blacklisted by my primary supplier. So I put this out there for those enterprising friends who want an ally and perhaps a little coin. 15 tonics extract samples will be more than enough to ensure I can continue building support. Simple, isn't it? 15 tonic extract samples? How would we get those? Is that a recipe? I don't... Toxin extract samples. Okay, so is that... what is it called? Potion making thing? I don't know. I guess we'll accept it, right? Maybe we can buy it? I don't know. Maybe one of the other people can make it? Do you do trap making? Poison making. Venom and deathroot extract. They need a tonic extract, but let's check your wares.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let me see what you have.
Right, I'll show you around.
Buy an ale. I don't need one right now, but it's good to know.
Next, drink to battle and victory.
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull! Another round for me men!
Now we drink more.
Don't even think you can spill that and leave it for me to clean.
Spill what? I don't have
Now
anything.
we drink more.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Okay. Warden, it is always a sad duty to report the deaths of those who have died in the service of the guild. Today, this duty falls upon you. Should you accept it with this letter, you will find the names of 4 women recently widowed and letters giving condolences for their lost husbands. All 4 men were killed during the work of the irregulars, and we mourn the deaths of all who die in service of our ideals. Please handle this task with discretion and care that I am confident you possess in spades. I don't know if you should be so confident. You must deliver these notes to the widows Irene in Redcliffe, Lanara near Lake Callahan, Sarah and Taryn in Durin. Sure. My good people, we're facing work coming in from 2 fronts, and everyone must contribute. The irregulars are prepared to pay any amount or any man or woman who comes forth with a gift of 20 healths, no question asked. If we work together, we can, sure. The irregulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with the deserter. Do this, and you will be rewarded. The deserter took with them valuable supplies of material services. Deal with these wastes of space as you see fit and bring the supplies back as proof of the problem has been dealt with. We will ask no question as to your method or your final conditions of the deserters. Use your own discretion. You will likely find them in the following locations: by Lake Sandringham, Durham, and Frostback Mountains. Sure. What am I supposed to be doing in here? Durham asked you to clear out Ramneys in the Pearl Brothel down by the Docks District. Okay, so not needed in here. Let me just double check that there's nothing else.
So you met this sibling of yours?
Half-sister, but yes.
And she turned out to be an insufferable hag?
You'd have liked her. You two have a lot in common.
And you let her berate you without punishment?
It's moments like this when I truly appreciate the difference between you and me.
It is moments like this when I truly wonder at the difference between you and a toadstool.
There's nothing in there, but we'll take all anyway.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Good, you better. Haha. Don't mind if I do.
Lovely.
Oh, almost
Well,
missed
all right.
this. Big gloves. Take them. I don't know whose room we just went through, but man, are they gonna be upset? Okay. I think we stole everything we can steal. We have to go to the brothel, we have to go and return that armor set, we have to do other things and stuff. Okay.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts.
Hey.
Direct from Orzammar.
Right away.
You won't
On my
find
way.
better.
A key required?
I shall.
Full. Okay. go return this one thing, and then we can figure out where we want to go next.
You're back, eh?
Yeah.
Once Sir Nancine realises she's robbed, I bet she'll be furious. That's delicious. Truly well done. You have time for another?
I'll see you later. Do I have time for another? Yeah, probably. Just not right this second.
What? No mention of dessert?
Do I want to help the chancery? Probably, but not right now. I should just take them all.
As you desire.
Okay. Back alley justice. Eliminate the criminals prying on the innocent. Folk in Durham's back alley. In these dark times, we must work together against the common threat. Sergeant Cologne has brought disturbing news that should anger all the righteous people in our own alleyways. Footpaths, muggers, and miscreants lie in wait to profit of the chaos. They infect us like the plague. A reward is available for any information on these lowlives. Offered a heavy purse for any brave souls that can best these bargains. Yeah, we'll do that. Recently, our hearts were lifted when many survivors of the Battle of Ostagar returned to us. Maker bless the men and women, and have mercy on those who fell, defending our children for the wife. Sadly, one of these heroes has gone missing. Rexel served in Harlogain's Vanguard and Distinction. Upon his return, his wife and he was prone to quiet reflection and frequented the local taverns. One afternoon, he left his home and never returned. The chancery was moved by the family's grief and is offering a pouch of coins for anyone who finds this hero. The chancery says, in saving one man, you save all of us. For if each of us led a hand to aid his neighbor, anything is possible, especially now. Ah, find Basil Saxton? Master Fazl of the Estated Guy, a guild of free sailors, has informed this chantry that while about guild business, he was waylaid by bandits via gully and other chantry. He lost many valuables, but in particular, a antique sexton was removed forcefully from his person. The sexton is considerably symbolic value, and it belongs to the first guild master of the Free Sailors. He described his salslinets as masked of foreign descent, perhaps to winter or free march, and usually coordinated and crafty. He has placed a heavy sum of coin on the chantry to return the sexton. That is all. Brothers and sisters have arrived from the imminent conflict. Turgain honored forces continue to root out our threat of our nation, and their actions describe support from the common people. While it is unusual to post troops movements on the public board, I believe it is necessary to bewilder near the afflicted areas to respect the honored tyrant by aiding his troops, providing whatever comfort you may feel they deserve. And Ferelden will be stronger for it. Treat these brave soldiers as you treat Logain himself. If you say so. Sister Rana heard reports of an immune to tragedy. A runner has brought me the dire news of a group of refugees fleeing from the Darkspawn. They have been cornered in unfamiliar ground, fighting for their lives. The Templars are necessarily occupied, and my own means are few and stretched. If someone of the skills and ability to deliver these people, I only offer the honest gratitude to myself and the Chancery. Hopefully this will be enough for the rare person needed. Skin Deep. A runner sends this request for Knight Commander Thamars. While the reports I have heard no doubt suffer from exaggeration, the observed creatures assaulting Redcliffe trouble me greatly. If we are to properly combat these unnatural agents and prevent the reoccurrence, the mage is bound to my service will require careful prepared samples of flesh for studying. Therefore, should the deployment occur, we will be well bribed. If there are skilled warriors present, I would have them gather samples of any remaining creatures as close to the presumed source as possible. The Chantry will reward this basic assistance with spiritual acknowledgement. If your request is exceeded, gold will be added, but the offer is limited. Sure. Blah. Way too much reading.
As there is but one world, one life.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
Who are you? How did you know? What do you do here? Who are you?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
What's a curator do? What are you so proud of? I've got to go. What are you so proud of?
I have always been fascinated with history. What better place to indulge that than the birthplace of the Maker's prophet? To be the curator of this chantry and to be so young. I fight a battle with pride, and hopefully the Maker can forgive my occasional defeat.
What's a curator do?
The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
Oh, yes, yes. What's so hard about it? There are still relics to be found after all these years. People are selling holy relics on the street. What's so hard about it?
A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone.
Okay.
Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts.
How difficult is it to verify a relic? Sounds like the hawkers have a good business. Why do other curators fall for it? I've got to go. How difficult is it?
When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive.
I'd like to talk about something else. Balancing faith and reason is difficult, though. I've got to go. Farewell. It's difficult to
and
go.
Often close to heretical. But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste.
Could you tell me about your job? How many relics have you found? Do you think the urn of sacred ashes is real? Yeah.
Certainly. My research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn broke.
How many real relics have you found?
Well, there's one that might be real. I couldn't prove it wasn't. Perhaps you can understand my skepticism. So many claims, so few truths.
Could you tell me about your job?
You've shown admirable patience listening to my diatribe before. I will not bore you again. Suffice it to say, I look for and authenticate holy relics for the chantry.
Okay.
Of course, enjoy your visit to the chantry.
What? No mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
Oh, yay. Critically, though. Give me 1 second to plug in my earphones. Okay. Okay. Let's continue on.
In the name of Andraste, bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, If you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Oma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kalen died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar? Maker guide them all.
Why is the cathedral closed? I'll come back later. Why is it closed?
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone, I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
What's wrong with your friend?
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Valroyo years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this.
Lyrium did this to him? Why doesn't he stop taking it?
He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else.
I'll come back.
May the light of the Maker guide your steps.
That's sad.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I should leave you to your work. I liked her version of the chant better. Can I interrupt this? Whatever this is. Maybe I should come back later. I liked her version better.
Me too. I wonder why nobody ever taught me her version of the chant when I was a Templar.
Oh, hello, dear. Can we help you?
What she means is, in Andraste's name, be welcome.
Stop correcting me. What would Andraste do? That's what you should be concerned with, I say. Andraste was no fuss budget.
Never mind. What are you doing? Can you tell me about the chants? What are you doing?
Praying for the good people of Denerim who've lost loved ones at Ostagar. It's usual to recite a stanza from Transfigurations when you pray for the departed.
It's usual to recite the stanza correctly.
That's what I said.
Can you tell me about the chant? I don't remember the chant having any passages about bacon. Tell me about the chant.
Tell you about the chant?
Yeah.
What? As if it's a cake you might buy? Well, it's done enough, but a little too much nutmeg for my taste.
Yep.
Sister, instructing the ignorant is a sacred duty of the chantry.
Fine, then. What do you want to know?
What was the verse you were reciting just now? Does the chant mention elves? What does the chant say about the Darkspawn? Sure, Darkspawn.
Oh, there are some very stirring canticles about doom and wrath.
Darkspawn were created by mankind's second sin, pride. Arrogance became a great caged beast in the lands of Tevinter, an emptiness that consumed all and could never be filled. To satisfy its hunger, the mage lords assaulted the Golden City, heart of all creation, to take the Maker's power for themselves.
Why does no one ever sing the good stanzas during chantry services anymore? They speak them. It's called the chant of light, not the speech of light.
Sister, would you kindly stop messing up the chant?
See how you like being interrupted.
Well, you get the general idea, I'm sure.
Yeah. Does the chant mention elves?
Yes and no, dear.
The official version of the chant does not speak of the elves. Some of the Dissonant verses, however, do mention the disciple Shartan.
Who's Shatan? There's more than one version of the chant? What are the siphoned variants? There's more than one version?
Of course. The official chant of light is written in Tevinter, but it is translated into the languages of the believers. Some ideas are lost in the process of translation, and words take on unintended meanings. There's a dreadful pun in the Orlesian version in the Canticle of Threnodies, and languages are always changing. The chant must adapt if it is to be understood by the people hearing it.
Sure. What are the Tevinter variants?
The chant has changed over time. Some of the verses that were sung in the past were taken out. The Canticles of Shartan were stricken from the chant in the Glory Age. They are no longer sung, though scholars still sometimes read them.
Who is Shatan?
He was an elven disciple of the prophet. A former slave like Andraste herself, he rallied his people against the Imperium. He was given to the flames alongside Our Lady.
Why aren't his verses an official part of the chant?
Divine Renata had the verses removed during the Exalted March on the Dales.
That seems ridiculous.
No time for chat, dear. It's mealtime.
Sister, that's hardly polite.
It's true, though, isn't it? Doesn't the chant say, "You may not lie, for there is only one truth"?
I should leave you do your work.
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride, upon you.
Uh-huh. Sure. So, what does this mean?
He came at me! It's not my fault! He came at me! Yeah, they got to learn not to mess with me. Us, right? I mean, he's just going to disappear, right?
Right. That's how it works.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God.
This is a good spot as any to dump a corpse. Just another bag of garbage floating out of the city. Dump the bag. Yeah, well, I don't have any more to dump. Let's see, where else can we go?
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Do you have any more corpses?
Good to see you again.
Oh, Mages Collective has stuff they want me to do. Fine. Blood of Warning. While they tend to be careful and justified, justificious in their use of force, the Templars do indeed make mistakes. I understand that several relatives of our family among the collective will soon become targets of the Chancery, and while I trust that will not lead to lasting harm of those innocents, I wish to ensure that those targeted are fairly warned and excavated before the Chancery can send its message. I ask the noble soul to take a bundle of vials attached to this message and find 4 homes of the Chancery is likely to target in Durham. Mark the front door of each home with a goat's blood from the vial. These relatives will understand the message and evacuate, but the Chancery threatens them. A gift of silence. The collective is only stressful at the pleasure of the Templar. Their continued devotion to our safety requires certain conventions over time. In the interest of the renewing our relationship with these fine and generous agents of the Maker, we ask that you, willing man or woman of character, grace our good friends with the gift of lyrium. Persuade 10 lyrium potions and offer them to Knight Commander. Okay. I don't have 10, but I can find 10, hopefully. Have you seen me? The collective is saddened at the absence of the great mage Relin. Our friend has not been seen in quite some time, and our gatherings are lesser for the loss of his talents and rebelled exploits and the aroma of his delicious twice-baked meat pies. Rona was last seen traveling in the direction of Brazilian forest. Oh, how He did so love the outdoors. Anyone who returns with evidence of his whereabouts of the beloved realm will be rewarded. In times such as these, one must suspect even his neighbor of darkest dealings. Least they cast a shadow upon those who labor under the light. I, just Basto, have heard tell of a cabal of Mirificarum performing rituals in the dark near my sanctum, and I certainly wish to see them brought to justice from their dark deeds. I hesitate, however, to accuse them of foul sorcery without a full understanding of the trapping ritual and appearance of the dark magic required. The writings of the hateful Maleficarum Bastrum should be suitable. Should a container be available to produce me copies of the scrolls of Bastron, I would appreciate it. Okay. Sure. Just more things. No more bodies either.
Of course.
Let's see. I can talk to you.
Leave me to my business.
Okay, I can leave you to your business. I haven't gone in here yet.
Lovely.
I should save. It's been a while. Not that I've done anything crazy, but still a good idea, right?
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you?
I don't know. Let me see what you have for sale. Tell me about Wade's. Could you tell me about the city? Tell me about Wade.
You're obviously not from around here.
Obviously
Wade
not.
is possibly the most brilliant armorsmith in all of Ferelden.
That's not true, Herin. The dwarves of Orzammar make the finest armors around. These piles of rust droppings you forced me to make are worthless compared to their work. You never let me have the time, the materials to make something special.
Customers expect their armor in a timely fashion, not years late like the last time.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it drop.
Let's see what you have for sale. Who's in charge here?
I am.
Wade owns the Emporium, but without expert assistance and, well, prodding, let's just say the Emporium has improved substantially with our partnership.
But I do miss the good old days. I could really take my time to make quality.
Oh, by all means, you can return to them. And to the gruel you used to fancy.
No. Sorry, Herin.
Let me see what you have for sale.
Certainly.
Sure. Metal shards. Why would I need those? Yeah, I'm not buying it. Ooh. I don't know. Can you tell me about the city?
Welcome back. You looking for fine armor?
No. Tell me about the city.
The city is full to bursting. With people from the country coming, trade is thriving. Especially those that deal in weapons and armor. Master Wade is especially in demand.
Okay, farewell.
Come again.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. Do I need a key?
As you desire. Allow me. I could do that for you.
Good. Ooh. Didn't we need that love letter? Didn't we? It didn't update the quest, so I'm guessing not. But didn't we need love correspondence from people? I do believe at one point that was a thing. I'm going to end this episode off here. I don't really know what we're going to do next. We have a lot of new missions to get through. Let's find out what exactly we need to do. And Let me just collect it. Got a whole bunch here. We will get this under control. But we also, yeah, we got to smear goat's blood on people's doors. We got a lot to do. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you're enjoying. But have a good one. Bye.